A new BTO project in Ulu Pandan will feature both high and low-rise blocks with lots of green elements. And hospitals here will limit the number of visitors from Friday due to rising COVID-19 cases. It's Thursday, October 13th, and you're watching The Big Story with me, Chiao Suen. Subscribe to the Straits Times channel to stay up to date with our live news updates. Around 3,000 built-to-order HDB flats will be built in Dover Forest, with the first of 3 projects launching next month, comprising 1,330 units. Designed to minimize the impact on the environment, the blocks facing Ulu Pandan Canal will be low-rise, while those closer to Commonwealth Avenue West will be high-rise. The estate will be zoned as car light with fewer parking lots and more paths for pedestrians and cyclists. Housing correspondent Michelle Ng joins us now. Thanks for joining us, Michelle. So HDB gave more details today about the Ulu Pandan project. Just how different is the design process compared with previous housing developments, and what makes this project so special?
Yes, so new details of the Ulu Pandan housing estate were given today. It's the site of the Dover Forest on the eastern side. If you recall, Dover Forest was quite the hot topic last year when HDB first said that the forest would be redeveloped for residential use. Well, since then, HDB has done some scientific studies, and the plans for the housing estates have evolved to become more sensitive to the nature elements. So for example, a natural stream is kept and will be incorporated within the estate. Another special feature is that the blocks facing the canal will be lower, while the blocks nearer to the Dover MRT are high-rise. Typically, in many BTO developments, we see that the higher floors get snapped up quickly because of the views. So now that we have these low-rise blocks that are also facing the canals, will they become more popular? The model for the project is actually up at the HDB Hub from today onwards for the public to view. So if anyone is keen, they can head down to just have a look at the model.
So perhaps I'll go down and check it out. The first of 3 developments will be launched at the upcoming November BTO sales exercise. Any word yet if it will fall under the prime location public housing model? And if so, what does that mean for buyers?
Well, I wish I could give you an answer, but typically HDB only reveals whether it is a PLH on the day of the launch, which is next month in November. That said, the previous BTO in Queenstown, near Buona Vista MRT station, which is 1 MRT stop away from Dover, came under the PLH model. But that was not really in the area around Dover Forest, so it's really hard to say if the upcoming November one will be under PLH. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Thank you, Michelle. This was housing correspondent Michelle Ng. And with COVID-19 cases here rising, visitor safe management measures at hospital wards and residential care homes will be tightened for 4 weeks, starting from tomorrow. Patients will be allowed only 2 pre-designated visitors, and only one of them can be at the bedside at any one time. Critically ill patients will be allowed up to 5 pre-designated visitors, of which 2 can be at their bedside at any one time. Each visit will be limited to 30 minutes. We asked some families what they made of the tightened measures.
I was visiting my grandma, so she just suffered a stroke. Right now it's her 2 children, so the rest of the more extended family, we can't go out and visit once the measures kick in. And I think it's a bit sad that we can't go out and see her. So I think today's the last day, so all of us try and make it today.
My husband. So basically he's currently in the ICU. Initially we thought that we are ready to embrace these lax of rules, right? But then suddenly they kind of started to tighten the rules again. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? yeah, it does cause some alarm in a way.
I found out about the restrictions only last night. So we were quite shocked at the short notice, and because my father-in-law is very ill, the rest of the family members who are not able to come today, they will not be able to see their granddad for 1 month, and I'm worried he may not be able to last that long.
Downhearted, disappointed, because we want to see our loved ones as often as we can to give him the spirit to get well soon, but then it's okay. We can just do video call. No choice.
Because I think her condition isn't the best as well, and for a big family, I think it's a bit more troublesome. But I guess we also understand because I think the cases for COVID is like increasing quite quickly these days. So I understand. I think maybe most of us already kind of expected some measures to be implemented.
Journey to come here and it's only 30 minutes, and that 30 minutes can be like so fast. Yeah. So that's why. And sometimes we take our leave to come and see him, and then we have to rush off.
I think hospital will be the first step where because there are vulnerable people in there. What I'm afraid is the out of hospital. Yeah, so like in the malls, we'll be back to where it used to be. That will cause an impact to me.
And in other news, an American man who allegedly claimed there was a bomb on board a Singapore Airlines flight has been denied bail, as he is deemed to pose a danger to the public. On September 29th, La Andy Henduk was charged with using threatening words and voluntarily causing hurt while travelling on board SIA flight SQ33 from San Francisco to Singapore. Now, if you're shopping for groceries, you might notice an old favourite back on shelves. Fresh chickens from Malaysia hit retailers' shelves in limited quantities this afternoon. Supermarkets like Sheng Siong have confirmed that fresh chickens will be available from Friday morning. Chilled chicken will be available from as soon as Friday across Giant, Cold Storage and CS Fresh stores. And after 2 long years, Taiwan has reopened its borders. Taiwan welcomed back its first visitors today after finally ending mandatory quarantine, with gifts of cuddly toy bears for the first tour group that stepped off the plane shortly after midnight. The government welcomed the first arrivals on a flight from Bangkok at Taiwan's main international airport at Taoyuan, outside Taipei. And those are our top stories for today. Visit straitstimes.com for more news and our YouTube channel for more videos. Subscribe by hitting the red button below. I'm Chao Suan, and I'll see you tomorrow on The Big Story.